Now I will continue. The class is previously we had discussed about the Azure pipeline. That Azure pipeline. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we'll continue. We'll create a Azure pipeline. There are two types of pipeline is there. One is the classic pipeline. Second one is the YAML pipeline. The YAML pipeline. Okay. In Jenkins also having two pipelines. One is the freestyle pipeline is nothing but a classic pipeline. Another one is the YAML, that is a pipeline as a code. Okay. So here also two codes, two pipelines are there. One is the classic one. Second is the YAML pipeline. Okay. First we're going to create a classic pipeline. Going to create which one? Classic pipeline. The same project we had, same project will take use and we're going to create a Azure pipeline. Azure pipeline. How will you go to the Azure? This one. How will you go to the Azure DevOps? You go to the Microsoft Azure home. Go to the which one? DevOps organization. Which one?
Yeah.
DevOps
DevOps
organization. Go to
organ.
the Azure DevOps organization. When you click on this Azure DevOps organization, it will redirect to the DevOps portal. It will redirect to the DevOps portal. Okay. So in India having a lot of energy crisis. There is a lot of shortage of LPG and crude oil.
Yeah.
Very big
Because
problem we
of
have.
the Iran problem.
They blocked the Hormuz. Now having a very big issue.
I am so happy. You see Iran, one country, and fighting against 10, 14 different countries. Oh my gosh.
And stop the lifeline of world.
Yeah.
Everybody is suffering.
because
All countries are suffering.
because everybody is running after America, That's why. I mean, no one says anything against America. Whatever America says, they say yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
which is not good. I don't like America anyway.
One thing is there in the world, everyone is dependent of each other. Doesn't mean that they are not dependent each other. Every people are dependent
Yes.
each other. If you do something to other country, it will affect everything. Okay.
Yes.
So now, the previously we had created, we had uploaded a code, Java code. Do you remember this? This is a code to the Azure DevOps. Okay. Previous class we attended, no? I uploaded a
Yeah,
code.
yeah.
I uploaded a code.
Yes, it did.
The name is Kamrul. Okay. And you can see here,
Yes.
this is the source code. You can see here the source code, SRC. And we have a
Yeah.
pom.xml file. We have a pom.xml file. Okay. So first,
Mohsin is here.
yes, okay. We created a one repository in the Azure repos. Inside the Azure repos, we created a repository. Inside this repository, we have a source code. We have a source code. This is the source code. This is a pom.xml. Here, when you want to create a pipeline, there are two pipelines we need to create. One is the CI build pipeline, second one is the release pipeline. CI pipeline, CI build pipeline, second one is the release pipeline. Release pipeline. There is already code is there inside this Azure repos. You can see here this is the SRC and the pom.xml. To create a pipeline, you have an option is there. Click on the pipeline. Click on the pipeline. Okay.
Yeah.
Understand? Now click on the new pipeline. Click on the new pipeline here. There are two options are there. Whether you want to create a YAML pipeline, whether I want to create a classic pipeline. Understand? Whether I want to create a YAML pipeline, whether I want to create a classic pipeline. Classic pipeline is nothing but you're going to build manually. You're going to build manually. The steps need to be selected by yourself only. Whereas the YAML pipeline, the YAML will return automatically, it build and release. Okay. Now, which one? Right now, I'm going to take the classic editor. It's nothing but a freestyle pipeline in Jenkins. Okay. Now, here, check here, use the classic editor pipeline. When the first time this classic pipeline was disabled, what is that? Classic pipeline will be disabled. To enable here, go to the organization setting. Go to the, which one? Organization setting.
Organization.
Which one? Go to the organization setting to enable the classic editor. Go to the organization setting here. Under the pipelines, we have settings are there. Under the pipelines, we have settings are there. Here, we need to, here you can see here, the disable creation of the classic build pipeline. When you creating the first time, it look like this. You can check here. These two. Can you observe this? Disable creation of the classic build pipeline. It is an on. Okay. We will make it as off. Understood? Hello?
Yes.
We need to disable should be in the off state. Creation of the classic build pipeline. When you are doing the first time, by the default, classic pipeline was disabled in our account. We need to enable. We need to enable here. How will you enable here? Make it as off. These two, make it is off. All this thing, make it is off. Okay? Understood? Understand?
Yes.
Then again go to the project. After enabling the classic editor, go to the organization setting. Under the organization setting, under the pipeline setting, we need to enable the classic editor setting. Now it is we are in the repository. Again, we're going to create a pipeline. Click on the pipeline. Okay. Now click on the new pipeline. Now here click the use the classic editor. Use the classic editor. And where is your repository? Whether your repository is there in GitHub, whether have own GitHub server is there, or the repository is in Bitbucket cloud. So where is your repository? Right now my repository is in the itself, Azure Repos itself. Repository is there in the inside the Azure Repos. Inside the Azure Repos. Suppose your repository is there in GitHub, you can select the GitHub. You can select the GitHub. Then we need to authorize. It will ask for the credentials of the GitHub. When you enter the credentials of the GitHub, it will be connected to the Azure Repos, will be connected to GitHub. Okay. Now my code is in the Azure Repos. Where is the code? Azure Repos. What is the repository name? Cumrul. What is the repository name? Cumrul. Okay. What is the repository name? Cumrul. Where we had pushed the code? Master branch. You can check here the master branch. So you can continue. Now it asks for the template to create the pipeline. So because of we are creating the Java pipeline, now we're going to select which one? Maven. Okay. Suppose you are developing a .NET project, then you go for the ASP.NET. Suppose you are developing a Python package, select for Python. Now we're developing the Java project. What is the template we need to select here? Maven. Which one? Maven. Understood? Maven. When you open this, there are multiple options are there. You can check here. The 4 options are there. One is the agent job. Second is the Maven pom.xml. And the third one is the copy files to build artifact directory. And fourth one is the publish artifact directory. Publish artifact directory. So here, what is agent job? Where the pipeline runs. Where the pipeline runs. We can give the name for the agent job. Here the agent are like nothing but agent where the pipeline run. So there is in freestyle pipeline, it is having 1800 minutes of, I told you that 1800 minutes will be free. In this one, multiple agents are there. The agent can be created your own, or else the Microsoft will give the own agent where you can build your pipeline. Okay? Or you can build your pipeline. Here in the agent job, you can select the agent where the pipeline needs to build. Select Azure pipeline because we are creating the Azure. And the agent, we need to select the agent. You can pick any agent. I am selecting here the agent is Ubuntu latest. Ubuntu latest means that the pipeline will run on the Ubuntu latest, which is given by the Azure itself. Okay. But in Jenkins, we need to create EC2 instance where the pipeline run. Understand? Okay.
Yes.
See here, all populate. This is a template is there. You don't need to select anything. Everything is there inside this template. Okay, even though when you create YAML pipeline also there is a template is there. It will generate everything. You don't need to do anything. So you don't need to install the Maven. You don't need to install the Java. You don't need to install the JIT. Everything is there inside this template. Okay, because it's a platform of service. To run the pipeline, we need a virtual machine also. You don't need to create virtual machine. The virtual machine will be given by the Azure itself, where we can the pipeline runs. Okay, understand? Okay, so here check here the Maven payment.xml. Here, what is the display name is pom.xml file. How to build the package? Already command is there. You don't need to give any command also. You can check here. It's the goal.
Package.
It is already
Build the
there.
package.
Okay, you don't need to give anything. Okay, you're already there. And we have a test cases are there. When you created a Maven project, this is the surefire reports test.xml. Okay, these is also there. We need to publish the test results. Test results. Okay. Now, second thing is there, copy files to the artifacts directory, means that whenever you create a project where we need to copy this var, temporarily need to var need to be copied, and which directory, there is a default directory is there in Azure itself. This is the source folder, system of default working directory, where the copy will be there. What are the files generated by the Maven will be copied to this location. Understand? Understand? Here,
Mm-hmm.
when you creating the web application, we need to give here contents are the var, and the target folder, whenever the var is generated, the temporary var will be copied to this folder. Which folder? Build artifact staging directory. Which folder? Build artifact staging directory. Okay, automatically the var will be generated when you click the build, and it will temporarily copy to this folder. Whenever the pipeline run, automatically after running the pipeline generating the var, the virtual machine will be automatically deleted in the background. Understand? In Azure, the virtual machine will be created when you ask for the run the pipeline, and pipeline will run, and automatically the pipeline will run. After running the pipeline, the virtual machine will be deleted in the background, and this var will be temporarily copied to this folder. Which folder? Build artifact staging directory. Understand? Which folder? Build artifact staging directory. Suppose you are running the standalone application, we need to give the jar here. And if you are giving the web application, we need to give the var here. Okay, understand? Now,
Yeah.
the next thing is the drop folder. After copying this var folder to the directory, the drop location where the artifact output. In generally, where the var will be generated under the target folder. Where the var will be generated under the target folder. This artifact need to be permanently moved to the which folder? Drop folder. The drop. Which one? Drop. This the display name is publish artifact drop. This is already variable is there. The var will be copied this path. Which path? Drop path. Okay? Understand? So what is the agent job? What is the agent job? Where the pipeline runs. Okay. Here we selected which agent here? Which agent?
Ubuntu.
And what is the pom.xml? It has automatically given the package also, even though you don't need to give any command like clean package or anything. It is automatically created. Everything is there. So now the copied var will be generated, temporarily generated to the this folder, and it will be moved to the drop folder. It moved to the drop folder. Understand? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. Okay. That's it. What is the first thing is there? When you create agent job, we need to select the agent here. We need to select the agent. Okay. You can give the agent name. You can give the agent name. Then you can from the Azure pipelines you can select the agent where we need to run. It may be we have our own agent also. We can create an own agent like in our local machine, or you can create AWS EC2 also, where the pipeline will run. Where the pipeline will run. Understand? Here you don't need
Yeah.
to do anything. Just select the pipeline itself. Here, see this. You don't need to do anything. Everything in the template will be generated. Okay. Again, here go to new pipeline. Select here. It will automatically select the template. With template will automatically select the all options. Template will select the all options. Okay. Suppose you are developing a project, .NET project, then we need to select the .NET, or we are developing the Maven project, we need to select the Java as a Maven, or select here. Suppose you are developing Android project, it will automatically template will be generated. Template will be generated. There are other things also there. You can check here. Okay, you can take the Jenkins also. You can take the Jenkins also there. You can check here. Okay. When you select here Jenkins, see this. You can using the Jenkins as a plugin. We don't need to install the Jenkins here. That automatically one plugin will be there. We can select the plugin Jenkins. We can directly from here we can deploy. Understood? Understood, brother?
Yes.
Here, what is
Yeah.
the thing is there? What are the thing is there? Everything will be the automatically taken. Okay, automatically taken. Understood? Now here pom.xml file. There is a package is there. Automatically package is there. Where the test cases is there. Here, that's why I told you that whenever you creating the project, the first thing is there. First you understand the Jenkins by creating when you creating Jenkins project, you can understand everything other pipelines easily. But when you start for the other pipelines like Git actions like this one, there is nothing is there. Everything is inbuilt with the portal where we can select the options and automatically it will build and it release. Whereas in Jenkins, everything we need to manage. Everything, the plugins, the steps, everything manage. So when you manage manually, you will get more idea how it is. Understand? Understood, brother? Okay.
Yes.
Now this is a pom.xml, this is a copy files, this is publish artifact. Here nothing to change, just we need to select the var itself because we are creating var itself. Remaining things keep it as same. Remaining things what? Keep it as same. Like Azure pipelines and Ubuntu latest. Okay, Ubuntu latest. Understand? Now there is an option is there, save and queue. What is the option is there? There is an option is there,
Save and queue.
save and queue. Click on save and queue. If you don't enable, the pipeline, like I send you one uh, form to you that is enable the pipeline. If it is not enabled, you won't able to create a pipeline. Okay, it will stop. You can create a pipeline, it won't run. It will be in the, it will show the error that the parallelism request need to be not enabled. You get an error like parallelism request is not enabled. Understand? Do you understand my point? Why I send you this form? Okay. Okay. Now click on the save and run. Now click on the save and run. Here save and queue. Go to save and queue. Click on save and run. Okay. Now the pipeline is running. You can check here. The pipeline is running which one? Agent job. The job agent will be automatically allocated with Azure itself. The agent is nothing but Ubuntu where the pipeline runs. Now it is running the pipeline. Okay. Once if you don't have any error, then it will run the pipeline. It will generate the artifact. It will generate the which one? Artifact. You can check here the output here, console output. The same thing we did in the Jenkins. You can check here. You can downloading downloading the code from the source code, then doing the Maven compile, then doing the what? Maven test. Then it is doing the Maven package. Got it? Okay. Now you can check here. You can check here. What is this? Here, one
One
artifact is
artifact.
produced. Here, click on this artifact. Under the drop folder, we have a folder in the target. Click on this target. Now you can check here the var is generated. Understand?
Yeah.
Now, the CA build pipeline is there. It is automatically done. Then it is generated a var. Now we need to deploy. Now we need to deploy. Understand? For deploying, whether we can deploy like creating the Tomcat and deploy it, but instead of that, I go for the which one? I go for the Azure Web App. Okay, which one? Azure Web App. Do you remember Azure Web App? In the previous Azure session, I had explained you. Do you remember Azure Web App? Azure Web App.
Sorry?
Azure Web App.
Yes.
What does Azure
Um,
Web App do? What does Azure Web App do?
it's a host, right?
Yes, to host application, to host
Yeah.
a application, to run the
Application.
application. It is a like Elastic Bean Stack. It is known as a platform service which runs the web application. Okay. Now
Yes.
first we need to create a web application. Then after creating the web application, we need to make a service connection between Azure and Azure DevOps portal. What does mean service connection? Is nothing but a connection between Azure portal and Azure DevOps. Connection between Azure DevOps and Azure portal. First we need to create which one? Web app. Okay, how will we create a web app? Go to the app services, go to the which one?
App services.
Click on create here, click on web app. So which application we are deploying? Java. Which application we are deploying? Java. We need to select which one? Java. Okay. And where we need to deploy? Okay. We need to deploy in the Tomcat. We don't need to install the Tomcat. Everything will be created by the Azure itself. The Tomcat and Java installation, everything done by the Azure itself. When you creating the Azure web app. Okay. It is easy, very easy compared to Jenkins. Okay. In Jenkins, we need to do everything manually, but here you don't need to do manage anything. Okay. Now click create on the click now create new. I'm giving the name as a Javed Java app. Okay. What is the name here? Javed Java. Okay. Okay. The resource group name I give the Javed Java app. The web app name also I give here Javed Java app. And the name should be the unique. The name should be unique. Okay. So I had given the name is what is the name of the app here? What is the name of the instance here? Java app. And the runtime stack, which one I need to take? Because I'm creating the Java app, which thing I'll say? Whether Java 17 or Java 21. I selected which one? Java 17. Java 17. And where we need to deploy? Where we need to deploy? Tomcat.
Tomcat.
Okay, selected Tomcat. That's it. Okay. So where we need to run this Tomcat is to run Linux or Windows. It's asking for whether we want to create the Tomcat on the Windows or Linux. I selected a Linux here, and we need to select the app plan. Okay, there is a multiple options are there app plan. In this one, I told you that we need to select the free app plan. Free app plan. Okay, I selected which one? Free F1. Got it? Okay. So what is the thing here? I selected Apache Tomcat and runtime stack is Java 17 and the name should be, app name should be the unique. Okay. Then after that, select the plan, pricing plan. So you will give the free plan for 60 minutes per day. You can run for the 60 minutes per day by using the free FM plan. It is giving the 1 GB RAM and 1 CPU. 1 CPU. Okay. Now click on the review and create. Click on which one? Review and create. Okay. Now web app will be created. Once the web app is created, we go into the release pipeline. We make a connection between the Azure portal and Azure DevOps portal. Then the var will be deployed into the Tomcat. Where we deploy? On the web app. Okay? Understand?
Yes.
We can deploy in the AWS also. First we need to create AWS EC2. Then we're going to install the Tomcat by using apt install Tomcat. Now after that in the Azure portal go to the release pipeline where their plugin is there marketplace. Add the Tomcat plugin. and we need to add the credentials of the AWS EC2 like IP address and username password. Then we can deploy in the AWS EC2 also. But here we taken the everything Azure. So okay, we are going to deploy in the Azure Web App. Okay, we're going to deploy in the Azure Web App. Okay. Now it is taking time. Now web app is created. Got it? Now web app is created. How will you access this web app? Whether Kamrul, you done it?
What, sir?
How will you access the web app?
How we access the web app?
Okay.
The public IP.
No. It will generate a one URL. Okay. It
Does?
will generate an URL, a default URL.
Okay.
Okay. By using this URL, we can access. Okay.
Little different. Okay.
Here, as you can see here, this is a URL we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
access. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now again go to the pipeline. Now go into the pipeline. Under the pipeline, you have another one is there. You can check here release pipeline. What is the name? What is the name here?
Release.
Release pipeline.
Releases.
Release is nothing for CD. For the CD. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now click on the new pipeline. Now we need to, there are several options are there because we are deploying the Azure app. We need to select which one. We are using which one? Azure Web App. We need to select which one? Azure App Service Deployment. We need to select which one? Azure App Service Deployment. Okay. There are multiple options are they check in below that PHP app, like the Python app, like Kubernetes cluster, multiple things are there. Here I am select which one? Azure App Service Deployment. Azure App Service Deployment. You want to give the name for this release, you can give the name. I can just give the name deploy or okay. Then here click on the task and job. First we need to make a service connection. Okay, what is first we need to make? Service connection. What is the service connection here? Okay, so mean that we make a connection. We make a connection to the Azure to the DevOps portal. Which one? We need to select the service connection to the Azure to the DevOps portal. Okay, we have a select the subscription here. Then what are the web app is deployed on which one? Whether the Linux or Windows.
Linux. You see.
Okay, web in the Linux. And here the app name. Here the app name. You can see here the app
Javid
name.
app.
What is the app name?
Yeah. Javid app.
Okay, one thing is there. Why I'm getting the service connection? Because already when you're doing the first time, you don't find this one. When you click on this one, it will redirect to the Azure portal. Understood? Here, there is when you click on the subscription, you will get a red mark here. You will get a red mark. Understood? And it will redirect to the Azure portal. In the Azure portal, we need to enter the subscription like username and password. Then it will make a connection between Azure to Azure portal, Azure DevOps portal. Understand, brother Mohsin?
Yes.
So when you're doing the first time, you will get a red mark here. You get a red mark means you don't find this application name because it automatically populated. Check here, Java job is automatically populated because I already made a already service connection. But when you're doing the first time, it will get a red mark here. So, and when you click on this one, it will redirect to the Azure portal. It will redirect to the Azure portal. In the Azure portal, you need to enter the like Azure username and Azure password. Got it? Got it? Okay.
Yes.
Now here again, go to the here there is a deployed var here. Say here run agent. So where we need to run the release pipeline? Where we need to run the which one? Release pipeline.
Okay.
So here there is agent is there which runs the release pipeline. So it is automatically created by the Azure itself. That is one software agent here there. We need to select here which one Ubuntu latest. You can select Windows also, but when you select the Windows, there is less chance of agents will be there. So where maybe Windows agents will be less here. In this case, it may be take time. Sometimes it will be queue also. Better to take always Ubuntu latest. Okay. There are already agents they created in the background, Azure itself. These virtual machines, they will allocate some virtual machine. This pipeline will run on the their virtual machine, their infrastructure. Okay, understood?
Yes.
Okay, brother. Confused? I'm not getting any reply from both those. Every day I'll get some more replies. You ask question, but today I
We
don't
are
get.
just fasting tired, sir. Yeah.
I'm very tired, brother. It's very difficult to me to like early that have again go to the office. But problem is there. Okay,
We are understanding though. We're getting it. Yeah.
okay. Now here see this. When you select the rain, it should be run on the which one? Agent. Which one? Agent. Okay, agent. Okay. What is the agent I selected here? Selected wasn't agent selected here? Ubuntu latest. When I select the deploy Azure app service, here is a small issue there in the Azure. Whenever you select a package, we need to select the package where you need to run the var. So the var is generated in pipeline, but when you select a deploy Azure app service, it will select the default folder as .zip. You can select here, you can see here .zip. Generally, it is made for the creating the .NET project. It is to create a what? .NET project.
.NET project.
It will default keep it as .zip. The dot I'll show you the .NET project also, no worry. Okay, so .NET project. The output, like in Java, the output is .var, whereas the output in the .NET is packaged .zip. Okay, because it is a default made for the creating the .NET project, it will select .zip. Select what? .zip. Okay.
Okay.
So we need to select a var here. That's it. We don't need to change anything. We need to select the var package. Okay. Here click on these three lines. We are not selected any var package. Go to the pipeline here. We need to select the artifact where it is produced. The path, the drop location. We need to select this one. Putting this one. What is the latest pipeline? Okay. Let me check here. Okay, selected add. Okay. Then we need to select the path, var path. This is the var path. Check here. Under the drop location, under the target folder, you have a var is there. You have a var is there. Okay? Understood?
Yes.
So this is the path where the var is there. Okay? This is the agent where the release pipeline will run. This is the agent where the release pipeline is run. This is to deploy that var generated by the build pipeline to the which application? Here web app Linux. Okay? This is subscription. This is the subscription. Now here click on the save. Click on the save. And if you want to generate other folder, we can generate other folder also. Just click on the OK. There is an option in there, create release. There is an option in there, what? Create release.
Create release.
Click on the create release. And if you want to give the name, you want to write down some release description, like I am developing a project for deploying to the some project. You want to give the description. You can give the description. I don't want to give any description. Click on the create. Click on the create. Now There is a one release one is created. Check here. Here you can check here release one is created. When you click on release one, now it is starting. The agent is starting to deploy the what to the Azure web app. Okay. Now you can see here what is the option. Deploy in war in progress. Deploy war in progress. Okay. Generally it takes time. It takes time, and 1800 minutes will be given for the free time. It is more than enough. Okay. Generally the pipeline will run. These projects will take not more than 1 minute to less than 2 minutes. If you create 100 projects also, we can. It is not more than 100 minutes or 120 minutes. They will give 1800 minutes for a month. Okay. You can run so many projects. Okay. Once it is deployed, we will enable the continuous integration plugin also. Okay. What happens when you enable the continuous integration plugin? Whenever the code changes, automatically again it will build. Okay. It will build. Okay. Now here, what happens here? Deploy war successful. Deploy war successful.
Successful.
Now go to the this app. This is the app. This is the link here. Okay, this is the link here. And the app, what is the name? We had given the name. Only a context path is sorry. My web app. With the name or my web app. Okay. Okay. Now okay. See the output.
Yes.
That's it. It is very easy, brother. The first time because I'm explained this thing, it not take not more than 5 minutes. If you do first time, it maybe take some time, but once you do one or two times, it not more than 2 minutes. If you want to build other project, it is very easy. Even YAML pipeline also that template will be there. It will automatically select the template and automatically YAML will be written. It is very easy compared to Jenkins. So nothing to learn here. It is very easy. Everything is a platform as service. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how will you enable the continuous integration plugin? How will you enable the which one? Continuous integration plugin. Okay. Here, go to the pipeline. Okay, go to the pipeline here. Click on the pipeline. Click on the pipeline. Here, click on this pipeline. Okay. There is an option is there. Edit pipeline. There is an option is there. Here, there is an option is there. Edit pipeline. Okay. In this option, we have an option is the triggers. What is that?
Triggers.
In this trigger, you can check here the which option? Which option?
Enable continuous integration.
Yes, enable continuous integration. Save. Okay. Now save. Now again go to the repository. Go to the source code. Go to the main. Go to the web app. Go to the index.jsp file. Is there an option? Is there edit? Okay. I'm just going to edit the code. I'm making change as Azure server. Okay. I'm making as a Azure server. Okay. Now click on commit. Click on commit. Now I committed. Okay. Now go to the pipeline. Go to the pipeline. You can check here what option. What is saying here? You can check here what happened. Whether
You changed the
what
code.
happened here? The pipeline was already been building. You can check here. You can check here. Just now building
Yeah.
20 seconds. Now it is creating again the pipeline. Okay.
Yes.
So now you can check here.
Continuous.
Yes, these 31 seconds. Just now,
Mm.
again, you updated index file. You can check here the commit. What is the commit message here? Updated index just .jsp file. Now it is doing what? Again dwelling. Okay. Got it?
Mhm.
That's it. Okay. That is which one? Azure pipeline. Okay. Understand? Here we need to
Yeah.
select the template and we need to select the repository or everything. Got it? We used to create which one? Java project by using the Azure pipeline. Okay. The code is there in the which one? The code is there in the Azure repos. Suppose if the code is there in GitHub, how will you do that? Same process. Same process. For that one, how will you go here? Again go to the pipelines. Got it? Again go to the pipeline. Click on the which one? New pipeline. Okay.
Yeah.
Then click on the classic editor. Click on the classic editor. Then select the GitHub here. Select the GitHub here. Here click on the authorize using your authentication.
Oh,
Authorize using the authentication. When you click on this, it will redirect to GitHub. Which one? It will redirect to GitHub. Okay. Now the repository, the same repository. We need to select the repository here. I'm selecting the repository. The same project. Java project. Okay. Then select here. What is the branch name is the master band. What is the branch name is the what? Master band. Now click on continue. And which project we are building? Because of Java, we select which one? Maven.
Maven.
Now select Maven here. Now select the agent. Select the agent.
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu latest.
Yeah.
Okay. Then same thing. Okay. Here we need to give the var. Var. Need to give the var. Which one is easier? This one is easier or Jenkins are easier?
Jenkins.
Jenkins. Much easier.
Jenkins is easier.
Yes.
Yes.
Jenkins is easy. Here you don't need to
Yes.
do anything, brother.
We like to do everything, sir.
You like to do Jenkins.
Yes.
Okay.
See, we said same time, me and Mohsin. Jenkins is easier.
I
This
actually
is
maybe need more practice on
Yeah,
Azure.
yeah, yeah.
okay.
We need more
Okay.
practice on
This
it.
Honestly,
is
I'm not a big fan of Microsoft's UI, even
okay.
Windows and stuff. I'm not a big fan of the tiles and stuff they use.
So one thing is there in Azure portal also it runs very slowly. Okay, even though
Yeah.
DevOps portal
Yeah.
also very runs slowly. Okay, but things are very easy in Microsoft. Do you know, do you think that Windows operating system is
Yeah.
very easy? As a layman,
It's
you
easy.
can it will be very good as a layman. Okay, because I'm a very big fan of Linux. I'm a personal very big fan of the Linux compared to other operating
Mhm.
system because of when I started working as a administrator, Linux administrator previously in IT company. I'm very big fan of the Linux. Okay, I like Linux. Okay, everybody having their own preferences, but those who want to start like these layman, there's other operating system you won't understand. He will understand in Windows easily. Okay, even though this DevOps also there is very easy compared to the other portals. Okay, now here I had
Mhm.
not changed anything, brother. I had not selected anything. I just selected the pipeline only. Okay, I select the job only. Okay, I had not done
Yes.
anything. Okay, everything will be automatically populated here. Now click on the save and queue. Save. Now you can check the pipeline. Okay. Now running the pipeline. Check here. Huh? Okay. It takes very just had now just taken 1 minute, 2 minutes itself. But for Jenkins, we need to do everything manually. Okay. But thing is there, if you don't know Jenkins, you don't understand other pipelines. So Jenkins is the first thing and most popular where we can learn all these things. Okay, how will you manage everything? If you install Java, we install the Maven only, you will get you can get the like concept. But here Java is installed pre-configured, Maven is pre-configured, virtual machine is pre-configured, everything is pre-configured. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. Okay. Now I can check here the artifact is produced. Now I can check here artifact is produced. Okay. Got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it, brother. Any doubt by using the Azure repos or GitHub? Anyhow, go to this project and try to build. Okay, Azure pipeline is also very important. Suppose maybe you get chance to work with the Microsoft product, then what happens? You need to know the Azure pipeline also how to build. Okay, understand?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I send you this video. Again, release pipeline. How will you go to the release pipeline? The same way which we did. Okay, go to the which one?
Create
Release.
release.
Release. There is already there. If you want to create a new pipeline, then click on the new pipeline. Okay, you can edit a new pipeline. Okay, that's it. Same thing what we did in the yesterday. It's the same thing we can create. Okay, yeah, new release pipeline. Which one? Azure App Service Deployment. Okay, select apply. If you want to give the name, you can give the name and click on the job and task. We need to select the Azure subscription. We need to select Azure subscription and select the app. What is the app here there? Yes, 1 minute. Web app Linux. Okay. Now select here the app name.
Java Server.
Yes.
Java.
Then run an agent. The agent is
Open.
Azure Pipelines.
Azure Pipeline.
Ubuntu
Ubuntu
latest.
latest.
Then select the path, var path. Which one? Select the path, var path. So why it is not showing? Because I have not selected any artifact. Go to the pipelines here. Select the artifact. Select the artifact. The artifact is there in the this folder. Okay. Okay. Got it? Got it? Now go to stage. Again, you need to select the path. You need to select the path of the var. Or else you can give that slash directly here var also. Just replace the zip with the var also. Okay? Got it? That's it.
Yes.
Okay? I'll send a video to you. Try to do practice. Okay? And then you will go for the
Okay.
YAML pipeline by using GitHub Actions and Azure pipeline. There is another pipeline is there. Inside the GitHub you can create a pipeline itself. That one also will go. Okay? Okay. Next Monday we'll take it. Okay? And how many days you take
Okay.
for the how many days you take the leave for the Eid? In my country, maybe Eid maybe Friday or maybe Saturday. So you can just inform me that when you take leave for Eid. If you don't want to take the leave for Eid, then no problem. But for me,
Okay.
I need to go for the mask go at early morning at 7 o'clock. It maybe I'll just inform you when the Eid is there. I'll just inform you that there is no class there. Okay. If you're
Okay.
having any,
Okay.
if you have Eid, maybe I don't know the when be the Eid in your country. When you having Eid, just please inform me in a WhatsApp group. Okay.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
We'll see you on
Thank
Monday.
you.
Okay.
Bye.